So even between married people, there was a limit onto when they could have sex. And there were also prohibitions for medical reasons. For instance, there was the fear that if a couple had sex during a storm, that the children would be born monstrously deformed and they may come out looking just like a toad. There was also the prohibition of having sex immediately after the midday meal, which they called dinner, because they believed that food, after it was digested, immediately created a man's sperm. And they thought a woman had a kind of sperm too, which was called seed. So if you had sex before your food was fully digested, the sperm and the seed would be off, and that the children born of that would be either mentally defective or missing arms and legs. The church didn't just determine when you could have sex if you were married hoping to conceive a child, but they also gave you regulations in terms of how to have sex. So they believed that the most dignified and appropriate sexual position was missionary style with the man on top. Side by side was a little bit more sinful than missionary. Sitting up or standing up was more sinful yet. And the worst and most perverted position, the church said, was doggy style, where the man is behind, because that was animalistic. And you didn't want to be animalistic during sex. For the same reason, you should not be screaming or yelling. You should try to maintain a certain amount of restraint and decorum during your sexual activity.